Hello, hello, hello. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it's audio. I think we all should be there. That should be good audio. Notification, Twitch, no YouTube notification yet. Have we gone live? Have we gone live on YouTube? Let's see, because things like to break. Yes, it has. Cool. Select live sources. This one, no, this one. Activate. Links. That trigger twice. That way we can actually get overlay always on top. If that disappear, reposition it, and then we're good to go. Oh, why did we save a game again? Why did we save our game? That might be a problem. I can't remember what save file we used. Okay. Now do that. Make it clickable. Cool. Okay, this should be good. One sec. If we just know this is going on, chat's all set up, you're all set up, everything is working exactly as it should be. You put Discord into Do Not Disturb because otherwise it will disturb me. Can we close? Just leaving the essentials open. Okay, I think this is the I think this is the save one. Yep. Okay, yep, we can't skip. Okay. So we can be back at Doki Doki. It's good to be back because it's been a while. Because we want to be doing more Moria with Variable, but he's taking a day off, so we're gonna do some catch up with some Doki Doki. Because it's been kind of a while since Doki Doki. And I want to get more Doki Doki back into it. I really hope to wrap up this fan game today, if not tomorrow. Either this stream or next stream I want to wrap it up because, well, it's starting to go on for quite some time. So being able to wrap it up now will be amazing. Because we've been going on for ages now. It's a massive fan game. Yuri, you're supposed to be on my side. Yeah, if Yuri's not supporting you, then you're definitely in the wrong. How am I in the wrong? How am I in the wrong? What's this about? Anyway, it's definitely good to hear someone's pure problem clicks. I'm clear. Yeah, okay, it's the last time. You heard echo. It's always the worst when everyone teases me at once. I think you mean it's the best. Right. By the way, Nasky, where's that tea place you were always talking about again? I think it perks right up when she uses the word tea. You mean Hatoful tea? Haven't we been there before? Yeah, but it was just Nasiki, you and I who went there. Wow, so you guys excluded me, Yuri and me? Huh. Well, not on purpose, you guys were busy. Only joking, so where's this fabled tea place? It's actually not that far, we should totally go. What kind of tea? Well, it's a modern cafe, so it specializes in boba. A fleeting look at consternation passed over her face. I've heard they also serve really good traditional teas. Oh. Yeah, I was surprised when I heard about it too, but apparently the reviews say it's legit. Either way, I think you should at least try the boba tea though. Have you had any? I don't think so. What? Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. How can such a tiny girl move so quickly? It's just because you are just out of shape and all sweaty and gross. Asuki, we all are. You dragged us here at a jogging pace. That's clearly an exaggeration. You were actually kind of walking fast. Okay, why don't you guys look over the menu while you catch your breath then? Yeah, because I'd imagine she's the kind of person who just runs everywhere. That sounds good to me. Come on, Yuri, let me show you my favourites. Suki grabs Yuri's hand and leads her over to the menu, happily chatting away. They're seriously going close over the summer. I wonder if they considered her best friends. Looks like Natsuki's about to steal your girlfriend away from you, Echo. Is Monika a mind reader? They totally being compatible as a couple. Or would they? I guess you have some competition now. Where's this conversation even going? Soon enough, we're all sitting outside with plastic cups in hand. So what do you guys think? Of the drinks, I mean. Still as good as I remember it. Same here. I can see why you come here so often. This is definitely one of the better boba places around the area. I know, right? And that's why my taste is undoubtedly the best. Don't get too smug now. What, Yuri? How's your drink? And like the rest of us, Yuri opted to order hotter traditional tea made with green tea. It's actually quite good. Better than what I would have expected from a place that doesn't specialize in traditional tea. I'm not really into that, so I guess I wouldn't really know. But you should also try some actual boba. Here, you can have some of mine. Let's see your hands a drink to Yuri, fending off Yuri's weak protests. Tentatively, Yuri takes a sip, eyes widening in surprise as she drinks, and takes a moment to chew on the boba before giving her verdict. That's really good. It's sweet, but not too sweet. The light citrus undernotes cut through the sweetness. The actual topological balls add some interesting texture as well. They're quite chewy, but not in a bad way. I told you you'd like it. Great analyzation of Natsuki's drink, Yuri. That was pretentious of me, wasn't it? Yeah, that was fine. It just shows how much you actually like it. Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, everyone, I have a great idea. How about we all write poems about food? Monika, please don't add any extra homework onto our summer vacation. I agree with that. Can't we save it until school starts again? You guys haven't even started summer homework yet, have you? No. Of course. Let's talk about something else. I concur. Years later, Yuri and I are waving goodbye to Sori in front of my house. Can't believe you almost drank all of Natsuki's drink. I told you I had a sweet tooth. Don't worry, it was cute. Luscious looks done as usual. She's bad at taking compliments. Come on, let's head inside. Wow. That's why I say wow. That is not what it said. We're home. Sorry for the intrusion. Welcome back, you two. How did your day go? It was pretty fun. We walked from town with the others. Yuri here found a new favorite drink, too. Oh, really? What is it? Boba. I remember drinking that all the time at university. We'll have to get some together sometime. That sounds lovely. I'll be looking forward to it. Although Yuri's still pretty formal, it's clear that she's warmed up to her. If only Yuri got rid of her sense of priority. Hey, yeah, you wanna come to my room for a bit? Her blushes on cheeks as she darts at Mum. Oh, sure. Don't worry, I'm not gonna intrude in your couple time. Just don't forget to come down to help with dinner. I'm dying to learn a new recipe from you, Yuri. I won't be late. Uh-oh. The music makes me think something's gonna happen. Now we're alone in my room, we can talk freely. So how have things been? In terms of your mental health? Getting straight to the point, I see. Better than beating around the bush, right? That's true. At this point, it does make me feel less awkward about it when you're so straightforward. It's been going well. There's a shy, wavering smile on her face. That's good to hear. Have you done it lately? Squeeze her hand as I ask the question. It's still hard for her to talk about it, but I've gotten a lot more used to discussing these topics. Not this week. That's great. Sorry, I can't think of anything else to say to express that can express my happiness. To make up for lack of words, I opt to. She's responsible leaning her head against me. Once again, I'm hit by a sense of lavender. Thank you. Don't get your hopes too high, though. I still have urges, just less frequent. Still, that's seriously good news. I'd throw you a 1 week clean party, but I know how much you dislike parties. You know me well. I swear I should have never let Natsuki teach you the art of sarcasm. Now you know how it felt in the beginning when I could never tell whether you were sarcastic or not. You sighs a little contentment. I'm glad I met you. I am too. I'm being serious here. I am too. I just can't stop grinning because you're here. There I go. Hands linked together, our fingers sliding together. Okay. This may sound completely and utterly trivial, but... 1 second, I forgot to do something. Give me my cable. Get this in charge, otherwise... I forgot to charge. I was doing virtual reading, and I forgot to charge. I was on purpose, because I was doing some VR with some mates of mine. Because VR is a good time. When you're not getting mauled to death or getting a rock thrown at you, because you're playing Green Hell. That was a really good game. I believe that you can thank happy memories for my improved mental state. Really? Don't tell me you're talking about the power of love or something like that. No, that'd be quite silly. What I mean is thinking back to all the happy memories I've shared with everyone who has helped distract me from my urges. While just distraction in general can serve to stave off the pain in my experience. Reading has definitely helped throughout the years, although I do find it particularly enjoyable when I look forward to discussing my thoughts on a novel with someone. I'm happy to provide a listening ear. And so, as you should be. I've also tried out some techniques that we researched together. Oh, you mean like using a cold spoon to stimulate a cat? Yes, they don't always work, but I suppose they help at least, I bet. But in the end, I believe having recent happy memories was the most influential in assuming my Why is that word? Absurging my impulses. You know this, but before I opened up so much, I was much more pessimistic as a person. Honestly speaking, I thought that everyone else only tolerated my presence at most, well, because I truly got to know them and their real feelings. I'd actually be genuinely surprised every time someone expressed a desire to be around me. But you know that everyone does want you to be around, right? Yes, I suppose so. All these memories I have of everyone laughing together has helped me recognize that. Monika, Sorori, Natsuki, and you. Everyone has been so good to me. This is another one of those rare times when you can't find the right words for his sentiments. The club truly been life-changing for the both of us, eh? You can say that again. Man, it even made me start writing poetry. By the way, Tanabata is a few weeks away. Tanabata is a festival in July where people write their wishes in the form of poetry on small pieces of paper and hang them on bamboo. I can see why Yuri suddenly was reminded of it. Sorry. They hold that festival nearby, don't they? Would like to go together? That'd be lovely. I was found the legend behind Tanabata romantic. A pair of lovers separated by the Milky Way except for one day that the festival falls on. Kind of a sad story though, isn't it? Yes, but I always found the bittersweet stories the most touching. Speaking of poetry, I nearly forgotten about the poem I've written for so long ago. But I hadn't a good time to give it to her until now, that is. Hold on, I have a surprise for you. Honestly, hopefully I didn't lose it. I rummaged through my desk drawer and breathed a sigh of relief once I spot the page I wrote it on. Yeah, I wrote a poem for you a while back. It was after our Valentine's date, so I had some feelings, resentful mushiness. Wait, this is the first time we see our poem. This is the very first time we see our own poem. Sunset sweet, in the night I miss the sun. I think of you, the only one, to make me feel the way I felt that love-filled day. Our gazes that met at that spring sunset made a slow burning fire rise up ever higher. The warmth of your lips was oh so sweet, a memory with which none can compete. That's actually kind of cool. I do like that poem. That's very nice. Echo. Thank you. I can't believe you wrote this for me. Yeah, well, I did write a poem for you basically a week after I met you, so you can definitely believe it. You know what I mean. She gently caresses my face with her hand. It's as small and dainty as ever. Uh-oh. Spontaneous, we similarly lean in for a kiss. That moment lasts an eternity. I don't want to stop when we break apart, but Yuri was the one who pulls away. We should really be helping your mother in the kitchen by now. Can we spend a little more time up here first? Well, I don't know, my voice has been fine until now. Now it's gone funny. I need tea, that's what it is. Echo, we promised that we helped. Come along now. Ugh. Why couldn't you have learned to slack off for me? Oh well, I guess that's one of the reasons why you're endearing to me. Similarly, for a sigh, I get off the bed and join in heading downstairs. That's not supposed to happen. Excuse me. Please, can you stop doing that? Thank you. Why did that make me flinch? I don't understand why that made me flinch. So you two excited for the festival? I remember writing wishes for the Tanabata with my friends. I haven't gone to the festival in a while. Okay, how do we actually pronounce this? Tanabata? Let me Google Translate. I know Google Translate is really bad, but at least it gives me an idea of how to pronounce it. Is that how you spell it? Let's see. Tanabaka. 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 Tanabata. Tanabata. Okay, we got it right. And then you look at English first. Tanabaka. Okay, if we switch, what does that actually... Does this actually translate properly? Meaning... Seventh Sunset Festival. Why is it? It's done it again. My chat keeps becoming clickable and it's really annoying. Because it's supposed to be unclickable. But it keeps somehow resetting itself. Always on top. Make unclickable. Seventh Festival is a Chinese pronounced. It's named after the 7th day of... Okay, I don't think it's a legitimate thing. Oh, it's not the same with what I'm looking at now. I mean, it's a legitimate thing. I just don't think that it's translating very well. I haven't gone to the festival in a while. Not since my parents were still alive, that is. One glances in the view mirror to meet Yuri's eyes for a moment. She's like, oh. That's a bit shocking. I hope you're able to do their memories justice by having a good time today then. I'm sure he will. At the moment you chat, I find myself lulled into a daze, half asleep state by the sound of the car engine. The fact that Mum knows about Yuri's parents and is a mark of how far the relationship has come. They've definitely become a lot closer. I'm sure mums already see Yuri as a kind of daughter. Yuri certainly comes around to my house enough these days for mum to see her that way. I can only hope that Yuri comes to see her as a mother figure too. The streetlights outside blur by in pale golden streaks as we drive through the neighbourhood. It's a good thing my mum's still able to work at home, otherwise Yuri and I would be walking outside in the cold. Echo? What? Didn't you hear us calling? You were here? Ah, right. Sorry, I was falling asleep there. This should wake you up then. Mum opens the car door, causing me to immediately get blasted by a gust of cold air. I'm instantly sent shivering. I guess that was an effective way to wake me up. Jeez, it's very cold out. We did tell you to bring a jacket, you know. I thought you guys were exaggerating. You know what they say about assumptions. Okay, save the lecture for when we get back home, please. I suppose you better get going now. Stay safe, you two, and have lots of fun for me. Yep, sure thing. Oh, this is cool. A line of festival stands. So what's that? That seems like some... I don't know what those are. Those seem like some... There's some... there's some food stands. We shut the car door and after waving goodbye we left alone at the entrance. The bright lights of the festival starkly contrasting the darkness of the streets we've just been driving through. Although there's not a single soul here, which is weird. What's ordinarily a plain city street is now transformed by a multitude of colourful stalls and tables decked out overhead by glowing lanterns. Crowds of people from all ages mill about, chatting and yelling away happily to create a... I don't know that word. As we step into the throngs, the temperature difference instantly noticeable. Here the heat of a dozen upon dozens of people, along with the heat from the food stands, has warmed up the night. Heavenly smelling smells of frying food blast through the air, causing my stomach to gurgle. Oh man, are you hungry? I bet everything smells delectable. I'm definitely gonna blow all my pocket money on food tonight. Yeah, good choice. You've been saving up for this for a while, haven't you? You better have. It's not every day I can indulge this much with junk food. Suddenly I feel a tap on my shoulder. Eh? Hey, Echo, fancy meeting you here. Behind me stand Monika, Yuri, Monika, and Natsuki. It seems we have just arrived too. What a coincidence. It's like fate. Well, this is a popular festival, so I don't doubt we'll all see other classmates here as well tonight. Shush, don't ruin the music, Yuri. So you guys plan to come too, eh? Yep, Vtuber is related to poetry after all, so I decided to make this a club trip. Hey, why did we get invite then? Idiot, because you already mentioned you were going. Oh yeah, I guess I did. And you and Yuri make such a great couple here. Be sure to take lots of pictures. Ah, thank you. Come on, let's not disturb these lovebirds any further. See you two later. The feet disappear into the crowd, leaving Yuri and me alone. Finally, no obstacles between myself and food. I can't remember when I had such good okonomiyaki. The Japanese pancakes are bristling with umami, having been slathered in sauce and piled high with various toppings. How's your dango? Yours ever? The sweet tooth has been nibbling at a couple of sweet dumplings for a while now. They're exactly how I remember them from when I was a child. I doubt they would have messed with a classic recipe as regular old dangos. You never know, there are lots of modern varieties of food these days. Have you been looking at recipes again? Looks like I got her. There's nothing good with a variety. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I know you mean nothing. You never mean anything in a bad way. Hey, we were here with you, not Yuri. We were here with Sayori. Make way to the center of the plaza and settle down on a quiet bench together. Various bamboo trees are set up before us with quite a few decorations and festival wishes already hung up. The slender green stalks gently swaying in the wind, rustling quietly as if whispering. You don't know how thankful I am. Also, can I just point something out? These are literally just bamboo PNGs stuck there. Okay, you do not know how thankful I am that I met you. Honestly speaking, you've changed my life for the better. I couldn't have asked for a better boyfriend. I can't believe how good of a person you are. Hold up. You don't have to gush about me so much. I think you're giving me too much credit. But you have changed me. Well, I guess I did help some, but nothing would have mattered if you didn't decide to help yourself in the end. You're the one who put so much effort into changing. You're the one who decided to open up to me. And for that reason, I'm the one who's thankful to meet such a wonderful person. Plus, I know it wasn't just me who helped provide you happy memories either. The rest of the club helped too, right? Especially Natsuki. Yuri leans into me, idly fidgeting with my sleeve. You know what? You're right. I did help myself. I've always been scared to think well of myself and presume that I have the willpower to help myself. But in the end, I think it's true. It's a bit frightening to think that I've actually come all this way. Well, frightening is the wrong word, shocking maybe. In the end, I suppose my support network helped me realize some things about myself though. Because all of you, I was able to identify my flaws and find the motivation to resolve them. You all treated me like a normal person, you didn't pity me, or act like I was a fragile angel. You're one of the strongest people I know. I never would have seen someone as you as to pity. And I feel the same, I'm sure the others feel the same way. To be honest, I don't know if I would have been able to go through the same stuff you have. So we didn't grow up, well, we grew up in totally different circumstances, so we wouldn't be able to tell. But knowing you, I think you've been able to do it. And probably in less time than it took me to. Hey, you were talking just the right amount of stuff. Hey, you're just taking the right amount of time with this stuff, in my opinion. There's no use rushing something as delicate as this. I have faith in you. I've seen how much effort you put into it. I know how strong you are. Go. Squeezes my hand. Do you have the papers to write our wishes on? Yeah, right here. Do you know what you're gonna write? I believe so. Don't peek. I wouldn't dream of it. We spent a few moments scribbling down our wishes. I have to rack my brain for ideas before settling on a perfect callback poem for Yuri. You want to see mine before I hang it up? Sure thing. It's a poem? Well, my wish, standing under the bamboo, I gaze at the stars, they twinkle steadily, tiny beacons in the night. As I watch them, I fill with expectations, hopes breaking out from my heart as I yearn for understanding, wishing for a meeting of perspectives, a way to change the world. My heart weighs as I turn to look at the ones around me. Guiding stars, their paths aligned with mine, leading me onwards towards the distant dawn. I gather my courage, reaching out to them. Holding them close, I pray for this feeling to last. Yearning for the day I can accept this brilliance and make it my own, so that the stars of my life might shine and light a way into the dark. That's cool. I don't know what that word is though. Yeah, I thought I'd make a return to form and write this one in 3 verses. I noticed that it's a nice throwback. You always kept a preference for 3 verses, didn't you? About writing in meters and rhythms are interesting exercises. I always felt most able to express my true feelings using 3 verses. Also, I'm guessing that you wrote about the stars because of the legend behind Tanabaka? That's right. Well, I also thought that stars looked nice tonight. But when I was thinking about it, my mind kept returning to the North Star for some reason. And it was then I realized how fitting it would be to compare everyone in my life to a guiding star as a metaphor. Yeah, that's fair, that's good. Poetic as always, but you know what? You're the stars in my life. That was very cheesy. You really laughed, shyly, softly taking hold of my hand. Thank you, and yes, you were one of the foremost people in my thoughts. There you were, the literature club member, your mother, my parents, therapy. Wait, you actually going? Yes, I decided to. I know you've been advocating it all along, so... That's great news. Getting professional opinion, that's got to count for something, right? Now that I've learned how to fight my urges more effectively, I want to be able to stay clean for good. And I figured that I might as well try it out. It's not like it can make me worse, right? That's the spirit. You know, for a time I actually thought you might have regretted telling me about everything. I'm glad to know I was dead wrong about that. I don't blame you for thinking that. Come on, you gotta give me some blame at least. I shouldn't have doubted you. Man, now my wish is gonna be terrible compared to yours. I doubt they could make you as happy as yours made me. Well, you can at least let me be the judge of that. From me to you, it's summer end, the stars are out, I think of the future and what this poem is about. I hope my friendship lasts much longer. I like to watch our bonds grow stronger. My days are far and have been alright, but I'd like to help you who made my life seem bright. I'll be by your side if you're ever lonely. Where others may falter, I swear to be your one and only. Okay, this is very cheesy. If you don't feel whole, I'll give you a piece of myself to smooth the pain of your weary soul. Because you're important to me, as a fragile memory shatters like glass, so we will rebuild them together and another year will come to pass. That's cool. Not as good as our last one. I was actually thinking of the very first poem you ever showed me when I was writing this. I think it was titled Stumble, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I remember that you wrote about missing a part of yourself and not being important. So I decided to write about how you're basically the most important part of my life. You actually remembered my poems enough to include some of their... What on earth are their motives? Motives. How could I forget anything related to you? Echo, I like you. And I reciprocate that. Suddenly clap your face in my hand and kiss her, savouring the sweet taste of her lips. Flick away, Yuri speaks up. Hold on, we still need to hang up our wishes. We approach a bamboo tree together, the colourful stripes of paper bearing the hopes and dreams of dozens of people playfully twirl in the air. Yuri beams up to me as we hang up our wishes side by side. They spin together, constantly brushing against each other as if they were connected. And they are connected in that our hopes for the future are intertwined with each other. Can't remember a future without her at this point. Despite everything that has happened between us, despite all the baggage from our past weighing down on us, we can find strength in each other, we can learn together, change together, grow together, and we can move on into the future together. Okay, let me just... Oh, I might have mucked up there. Why did I have to oversave that one? Oh! So you finally made it, huh? All three routes, all three good endings. Back in February 2018, I never would have imagined that trying DDLC would have had such a long-lasting ripples on my life. It's extremely cliche, but DDLC is perhaps the most influential game I've ever played. Not only did it kindly give me the chance to try my hand at writing, a hobby I've always wanted to try, but it also gave me the opportunity to meet some wonderful people who I otherwise never would have the chance to meet. More importantly, DLC opened my eyes to the world of Japanese media, with two standalones being Danganronpa and Kawaii Shoujo, was done then taught me the most important lesson of never judging a book by its cover. Working on this project for over 2 years was extremely difficult. The stress of keeping the entire project together was really persuasive, and I've lie awake for many nights wondering if it would be worth it. In the end, I'm glad I pulled through, perhaps because I wanted to prove to myself I could stick to a new hobby, but also because I wanted to share my story in the hope that it would make a positive impact in someone's life. I really hope that you enjoyed delving back into the world of Doki Doki, and if this mod made you smile, if just one person, then I think it's been worth it. As a final goodbye, I'll just like to give anyone wanting to start a piece of advice. Just start. Cliche, tied and true. I know, but it's the most honest advice I could give you. You never know where it'll take you. I didn't know in February 2018. I'm proud to be where I am today. Sir Samter, PS to all my fellow devs and friends who kept up with continued Steam engagement. Thank you. The mod wouldn't have been here without you. Hey, that's cool. I say hello and congrats on good endings. Hello and congratulations reaching all good endings. Anime, manga, and visual novels have been passions of mine for my entire life. I grew up on Danganronpa and Chibi Makuro-chan, and as the years passed, I explored many genres out there. Yes, I had the typical shoujo manga phase in middle school, and even fangirled over Yoko and Yuri in high school. I've always loved the way these types of media have never been afraid to push boundaries or their limitations, despite technically being cartoon. Anime and manga address serious concerns and adult matters. They were able to utilize the art of their media to convey certain messages that could not be conveyed through live actions. As for visual novels, it amazed me that they can allow us to transform such a deep attachment to fictional characters. A well-written visual novel, it is wonderful in that it encourages you to actively empathize with the characters, to walk in their shoes so that you can make the appropriate choice when the time comes. Like you, as a player, I would have tried for all the good endings that Blue Sky had included. And as someone who enjoys 100% in visual novels, I would have felt awful, as I always do, when purposefully choosing the incorrect choices for the bad endings. My wish is that through Blue Skies I have helped you feel the same way too. Even after the many sleepless nights spent hunched over my drawing tablet and squinting at countless pages of writing and code, I wouldn't change a thing about my experience with Blue Skies. It was introduced to me significantly extraordinarily. It built something fantastical community, and to many its incredible modders, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to make this mod. Without you, the player, I wouldn't have had the reason to undergo such a project, and for that you have my sincerest gratitude. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, and I hope you had fun. See you, Space Cowboy Kayavoni. And that's cool. We did kind of miss... Wait, that's new. That's new. We got a new... Okay, if I close this... No, I missed... Okay. Let me skip through this. I want... Where's my last save? What's this one? I might have to reload because it's really bugging out here. Yeah, that was the bad ending. That was the good ending. Yeah, I'll sure listen. Okay, keep going. Oh, this is like right at the start. Did I not save on any other one? What's this one? Let's be new here. Where is it? Come on. This is even through. That's even less through there. Okay, it's fine. We missed that, but it's fine. Let me just restart my game. Because it has bugged on me. It's slightly irritating that we missed the ending animation, but it's fine. We'll have the opportunity to see it many more times. So I can't really complain about that, really. As much as I like to complain about it, and I do complain about things a lot. But it can't be. Come on. Capture the game, please. Nope. Doki Doki. There you go. Thank you. There you go. All backup. Extras. Monika's first exclusion. We know that players are disappointed with the exclusion of Monika, so here's Monika's scenes that unfortunately couldn't make it into the complete mod. Monika's first exclusion. I guess everyone has their pre-established routines here. I kinda like to talk to them, but I wouldn't bother anyone either. It's always a bit hard to fit in with a group that's been together for a while, at least when you first try to join. The difference between the level of familiarity makes things a bit awkward. Although I can't complain much, these girls have been far more welcoming than they needed to be. Plus, I sneak a peek over at Monika and Sari, who's still talking animatedly. Sari's chatting on, waving her arms and engaging to make some sort of point. Meanwhile, Monika looks with a thoughtful expression. I catch a few snippets of their conversation. They're going to seem very lame compared to the other clubs. Guess Literature Club really doesn't have much going for it at the moment. But I've always been part of the Go Home Club myself, so I can't speak much about it. It's truly a stroke of luck that the one club I managed to join had Monika presidenting over it. To be fair, she's way out my league, but it doesn't hurt to get to hang around the second year's idols. Actually, now I think about it, I don't think anyone really knew that she was the president of the Literature Club, myself included. Which is kind of strange considering she's always been at the forefront of all her activities. I'm pretty sure she's the captain of the girls' tennis team, as she said yesterday she was the president of the debate club last year. Geez, I've realised the president of a huge and active club as a first year. Only Monika could pull something like that off. But then she quit the debate club for this one. I guess she didn't publicise it on purpose to avoid anyone joining the club just to hang out. Not a bad idea, even though this club barely makes the cut off in number of members. Each and every one of these people are enthusiastic about literature. Quality over quantity, after all. Just goes to show she's very passionate about this club. Wait, I'm one of those members now. Gotta step up my game. As if I had one. Speaking of games, I pull my phone out of my bag and turn it on, looking around to check if anyone's paying attention. They are all absorbed in whatever they are doing. Good. Now I can check my games for daily rewards, maybe even finish a quest or two while I've got nothing to do. I really should be something literature related, but well, to be fair, this game is half visual novel, half RPG. Emphasis on the visual part, that's literature enough, right? I'll do something proactive after one quest. One tiny, simple quest. Just one. Just one more archdevil to slay. Then I'll have enough skins to finish this godforsaken fetch quest and have the horns of the trapper quest down the line. But I've got some demon dice from all the senseless killing. Oh, the crafting possibilities that open up. I swear there used to be more archdevils spawn in this area though. Don't tell me we're hunting them to extinction or something. I'll just have to wait for them to respawn, I guess. Or maybe I should switch over to my main account and trade for those last skins I need on this account. Echo. I jump then guiltily look around. A lot of time seems to have passed, enough that Monika and Yuri have apparently finished the conversation. I really have no self-control, do I? Hey, Monika. What's up? I thought you joined this club to get into literature, not play games on your phone. Jeez, I'm not trying to be your mum, but you need some discipline. Yeah. Sorry, I just got caught up in it. It's sort of addicting. I mean, they kind of designed these games to be addicting, so... Excuses. She's probably thinks I'm some kind of no-life otaku now. Not that she'd be wrong, but... Well, if you're not going to be doing anything constructive with your time right now, why did you help me out? I've got a ton of work to do today, and I'd appreciate it. Having to do work isn't too bad of a payoff to get into Monika's irresistible smile. Besides, I'm not doing anything anyway. My game can wait. Probably. Sure thing. What do you need me to do? As I stand up and stretch, wincing as my legs tingle from pins and needles. Well, for one thing, you could hold on to these papers for me while I get my laptop out. And then she hands me a thick sheet of papers. Oh man, I really don't envy her position. She must have a lot of paperwork. She sits down on the seat next to me, pulling a sleek silver laptop out of her school bag. Huh? I thought that laptops weren't allowed to be used in school buildings. Normally they aren't, but I talked to my teachers and they gave me permission to use it after provided they could trust me with it. It really does make work a lot more efficient, you know? Man, you really aren't a normal high school student, are you? It's just another matter of setting a good precedent for yourself in the teacher's eyes. Anyway, you're not one to talk. You're not allowed to use cell phones in the school buildings either. I mean, you can say that's a rule broken when there's no one around to enforce the rules. Can you say it's a rule broken when there's no one around to enforce them? That doesn't even make sense. You know, like the tree falling down when no one's around to hear it thing. Monika gives me a stern expression at first, but quickly breaks down for giggle. It's no wonder you never got into literature, Echo, given the amount of time you spend playing games. Hey, I do some work. Sometimes. You know what they say? Always hire lazy people because they'll finish what they have to do in the quickest and most efficient way possible. Or something like that. You see, that's why you don't get these privileges. You have to work hard to earn the things you want. A sigh escapes from her lips as she powers on her laptop. I'll have to admit, working hard isn't all that fun though. Don't you ever do random fun things in your free time? Like any hobbies besides tennis, I mean. Hint of a blush slowly develops across her face. Like what? Sorry, I forgot you probably don't have a lot of downtime. Yeah, things like playing video games, watching shows, drawing. Oh, reading too. Anything that acts as a stress relief. I mean, I have to say reading and writing then, given that I'm leading the school's literature club. I'm playing the piano as well. And those hobbies are pretty fitting for a top student. Sneak a peek at a laptop screen once she's logged in. The background looks like a default one with swirls of gentle blues and filled with screen. Without many icons, just a typical internet and productivity ones. There's a single folder labeled school, breaking up the default icons. Suffice to say, her desktop is exceedingly sparse. Excuse me, you don't use your laptop much, huh? Not really, mostly just for homework and school, things like that. And basically, the total opposite. I can spend hours surfing the internet. An almost wishful expression appears on her face. You don't have much going on for you, do you? In terms of schoolwork and club stuff? I guess not. Which is another reason why I'm glad I'm in a literature club now. It stopped me from wailing the days away. It gives me a purpose. I'm really glad for that, Echo. The gentle smile that melts my heart. To think that my efforts could be such a good influence. Not that I'm trying to go on an ego trip or anything, of course. It's nice to see the benefits of my work. Don't worry, I get what you're saying. But you can't just work all day, you know. That much stress could start impacting your health. That's true. She says again, a heavier sigh that just radiates exhaustion. But what am I supposed to do? I can't help it if there's a lot going on. Well, just take it one step at a time, starting now. You could take a break right now. After all that, it's club allocated time anyway. Eh? Come on, you're supposed to be doing club activities anyway, not work. Well, she gives me a doubtful look and plays with the end of her strands of hair. Alright, I guess you're right. What do you want to do then? Even though she's supposed to be taking a break now, Monika looks pretty miserable at the thought of not working. Is she really that much of a workaholic? Hopefully I can cheer her up. Your laptop's from a pretty good brand, but I'm guessing you've never played games on it. That's right. Are there any type of games you like playing? I'm not really into games. Well, what's the last game you played? I've never played any video games before. What? Huh? Really? You think I'd lie about it? Oh, she seems kind of annoyed. Sorry, it's just that video games are such a huge part of my life that it's kind of a shocker to realise that it's not part of everybody else's life. Monika sighs yet again. I wonder how many times I'm going to make her sigh today. You've never played any type of video game before in your life? No arcade game, no virtual pets even? I'm afraid not. I just never really had the time to get into them. My parents are kinda strict too, so I've never had to completely induce anyone to the world of video games before. This prospect of doing so is exciting, yet frightening. Well, I'm sure there's a lot that would suit you. There's a ton of reading intense and story-driven games out there. There are even probably some poetry-related ones too. Monika raised an eyebrow, shooting me a skeptical look. Look, hand over your laptop and I'll show you. Don't worry, I won't wreck it or anything, I promise. With a slight hesitation, she allows me to take over her laptop. Alright, what to start with? In the end, I settled down on downloading an Otomo game for her. Haven't played many of these considering that they're basically dating sims geared towards women, but Monika might get a kick out of it. It's a fairly silly one too, where instead of guys, you date cats. Not even anthropomorphic, just regular old cats. I load up the game and watch Monika's expression change to one of those bewilderment as glittery lavender title screen featuring photos of cats fills the laptop's display. A gentle twinkling melody sounds from the laptop speakers. Ikofu boyfriend? I grin at her and begin the game. What have I just gotten myself into? Something extremely fun and life-changing, obviously. As we read through the opening dialogue, I notice Monika's expression slowly relax. As sparkles appear in her eyes as the comedy and absurdity of the game starts to get to her. Even she starts chuckling at some of the lines, although I can tell that she's trying to suppress it. But as we continue, I realize she's nearly leaning out of her seat to look at the laptop on my desk. Yeah, let's move our desk together so it's easier for you to see. Ah, good idea. I slam my desk and Monika and move the laptop so it's between the two of us. Ah, so this would have been a custom thumbnail CV. So that's CV scene. Obviously, because this is unreleased content, it never got finished. Still pretty good for a rough draft. By the way, I've played through this game already, so you can progress the text yourself now. Besides, you probably read way faster than I do. Thanks, Echo. That's pretty thoughtful of you. Now that we're sitting so close, we're practically pressed up against each other. Can't help but think how warm she feels against me. Sneaking a peek at her face, it doesn't seem like she'd realise the situation we're in. Or maybe she's just used to it. After all, it wouldn't be surprising if she had a lot of experience with love. In fact, there's plenty of guys who would kill to be in my position right now. So maybe this is normal. Come to think of it, this is totally normal in general. Maybe I've just been isolating myself from everyone so much so that I've been missing out on regular high school life. I really don't want to end up a hand-holdless and kissless high school graduate. But is it really possible that someone like me could end up that way? Well, I should probably just focus on the here and now instead of thinking about the depressing things like that. Anyway, Monika's doing that right now. She's completely absorbed in the game. What's this choice? How am I supposed to choose between Yaku and Saturako? I'm really glad she's enjoying this. I don't know what I would have done if she ended up hating all video games. This goes to show seemingly perfect students are people too. You know, when you suggested we play games together, I didn't expect you to show me such a weird dating sim thing. Hey, I thought that a vision novel would be a good way for you to dip your toes into the waters of gaming. It's funny too, and I figured the humor could help with your stress. Well, you figured correctly because this is really funny. Anyway, more importantly, whose route are you going for? Like who do you want to romance? They're not real people, so it's kind of hard to say. Just pretend they were. Well, I think I'd have to pick Kazumi. He's kind-hearted and seems like he's the type to listen without holding judgment. He's gentle yet strong and reliable, so you have a feeling of comfort from him. Not to mention he's really smart too. I'm guessing that's your type then. Cheeks faintly reddened at my words. Wouldn't you like to know? Either way, you have good taste. His route is pretty interesting. Hey, don't you spoil anything. Alright. Just watch out for all the flags then. Flags? Yep, they're events and lines of dialogue that have heavy foreshadowing. For instance, if Kanji told you something like, "You'll never leave me, will you?" that might be a death flag. Or at least something that will probably happen in the future to separate the two of you. I see. You'll never leave me, will you, Echo? You better watch out for your impending doom now. That's not the line I expected to hear her saying. That's not how it works anyway. The death flag pops up for the person who says the line, not for the player, or me, I guess. My bad then. That line was really too cheesy though. I could barely keep a straight face without saying it. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if she said that kind of thing. Not a romance type then. Wouldn't you like to know? Trying to be mysterious then. Hey, I'm not a visual novel cat, alright? I don't know about that. Something tells me otherwise. You can't just box a person into an archetype. So you say. Let's just focus on the game again. Sorry, I totally lost track of time. We should actually get back to sharing poems now. That's alright, I forgot about the time myself. I guess that marks how engrossing the game is. The conversation wasn't that bad either. Glad that my route isn't too boring. Honestly though, I'm really happy you liked the game. Thanks for showing it to me. I need a laugh, and a silly game like that was just perfect. I like to think I have a good sense of humour, and its writing hits the nail on the head. That does mean I have a good taste then? Maybe. Well, shall we get going? Nods, then pauses a little. Hey Echo. Sorry if I'm a bit short with you before. If I seem irritable sometimes, just know it's not anyone's fault. It's just easy to get stressed with all the responsibilities I have to deal with. It's fine, really. Everyone has their off days. Well, thanks. Okay, everyone. We all share poems while we still have time. I haven't really thought about it until now, but Monica's kind of reserved, isn't she? She's definitely not shy. She puts a lot of effort into maintaining a certain image. I get the feeling that it might be hard to get to know her true self. Okay, that's the first one. Hey Monika, what you up to? Boss Monika, who's sitting at the desk doing some sort of work as usual. She responds to me without looking up. I echo, just finishing up some paperwork. I slide into the desk beside her. I'm guessing that's for the club. Finally glancing up from her paper, she smiles sheepishly. These are actually unrelated to the club. Didn't we talk about taking much needed breaks yesterday? I know. These are really important though. They're forms I need to fill out as class rep. I wouldn't have time to finish them at home today, so I'm doing them now. How much do you have to fill out? Not much more. I'm nearly done. We lapse into silence as Monika Pens continues to move down the pages. She's using a fountain pen. The dark blue ink shines brightly on the stark whiteness of the paper, dulling as it dries. I wonder if I shouldn't have approached her, given that she's busy today. Yuri has a hand in a book. Natsuki's pouching her in the closet, and Sori's disappeared somewhere. I'll stay here for now. I don't think my mere presence would be that bothersome. Alright, I'm done. Oh, I was expecting you have more to do. I did say that I didn't have much more to do. Right, what are you gonna do with your newfound freedom then? Not so fast, I still have to turn these in. Wanna come with? Sure thing, where to? Far be it from me to turn Monika down. The faculty room. After you then. We stand up and head for the door. Yuri, since Sori's off to gather supplies, I'm stepping out for a bit. You're in charge until one of us gets back. Startled Yuri looks up from her novel like a deer caught in headlights. I'll do my best. Thanks. I shoot Yuri an apologetic look and follow Monika out to the classroom. Yuri doesn't seem to be too happy with her new responsibilities. Oh, she'll be fine. Why didn't you put Natsuki in charge? Well, for one thing, she's doing her own thing in the closet, and for another, Yuri's not unreliable. I guess you might have trouble talking if a stranger comes to the classroom, but I doubt anything's going to happen while we're away. Alright, makes sense. We round a corner in the hall. Monika seems to anticipate each turn a few steps ahead. I don't think I'd be too amusing that Monika spent a lot of time running errands to and from the faculty room. Speaking of Natsuki, what's she even doing in the closet? I think I mentioned it before, but Natsuki keeps a manga collection in the club room. Apparently her dad is prejudged against manga or something. Anyway, have you noticed that the manga in the bookshelf is gone? That's because Natsuki relocated to the closet. Isn't manga banned from school premises? I know it's way out of sight, but even so. I was able to argue on Natsuki's behalf to the club advisor. I wasn't a debate club president for nothing, you know. Ah, right. Man, I wish you could have argued for me all those times the teacher took away my manga. The difference between you and Natsuki is that she doesn't read it in class. And I would never heard you commend the literary values of manga before. Fair point. While on the top of unconventional forms of literature though, have you played any more of that visual novel I showed you yesterday? So I'm sorry, were you expecting me to finish it? Monika's guilty expression caused me to quickly leap to assure her conscience. No, of course not. I was just wondering while you were at it, so I didn't accidentally spoil anything. Oh, that's alright, consider it as always, Echo. It's nothing. So have you played any more of the game then? A sec. Oof. No, I haven't. Well, I'll just tell you that there's more to the game than it leads you to believe. Ooh, how so? There's actually a darker side to the game that you unlock after you find all the normal endings. So once you finish it, I recommend that you replay it for that extra depth. Interesting. Yep, the dark side is actually part of the reason why I chose the specific game to show you. I'm gonna be real quick, I need to do something. Okay, I'm back. For some reason, I just had a pain in my arm. Why? I do not. This is one of those things. I guess it kind of shows that how games aren't just mindless forms of entertainment. There are plenty that have more depth to them than you actually when you actually pay attention. I really dislike when people write off games without trying them. Appearances can be deceiving, and most of the time it's just people's prejudges that are getting in the way. Wow, Echo, you're like more Nasuki than I thought. Eh? When you just gave me a video game, you gave me a video game as a literature spiral. Yeah, so I did. Well, it's what I believe in, so... Yeah, don't worry, I'm thoroughly convinced. And I agree with your central premise. People's preconceptions often narrow their mindsets. Many people automatically express distaste for literature and poetry without really trying to get into it as well. It's not boring if you try to figure out what the author is trying to say. Nor if you try to appreciate all techniques the authors use to say it. I guess that is your writing tip of the day? Haha, I won't let you get off that easily. Just wait until we share poems for a good one. Well, I guess that was my gaming tip of the day then. Even though it didn't really have anything to do with actually playing games. I guess it's a universal thing. Appearances can be different from its contents. You could say it applies to people as well. Most people are made up of many different layers. Like an onion. Well, there are probably more poetic ways to put it. But yeah, like an onion. We shall check out as we approach the faculty room. I'll be right back. Leaning against the wall as Monika slipped through the doors. As she said, not long before she's back, this time without papers in hand. Everything good? Yep, I don't know what I would have done if I had to do all over again. Something like that. I don't think you ever have to worry about that. You know what? If I ever let my guard down and become sloppy, I think that your sloppy work would probably still be better than my best work. Besides, even if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing wrong with starting over. Better do it right the first time though. Excuse me, sorry about that. Sneezing. I wouldn't want to waste any time after all. Well, that's true. Anyway, shall we head back? Fine by me. So walking back the way we came, slower this time. Although Monika still works with purpose, it seems like a weight has been lifted from his shoulders, at least momentarily. She's not on much of a rush anymore. What's up? I was just wondering what other clubs are up to right now. They're probably busy preparing for the festival. It's a good opportunity to showcase all the talents of the club, as well as recruit new members. That's true. That reminds me, is our club not going to do anything for the festival? Don't worry, I was going to talk about that during the club meeting today. Can't spoil anything though, so you'll have to wait until then to hear about it. Alright. Actually, do you want to check out the other clubs what the other clubs are doing in that case? You mean spy on them? Think of it more as inspiration. Ah, you stupid mod. I got stupid bot. Get out of here, bot. You know, ain't no bots welcome. Well, a mischievous glint appears in her eye. We might as well scope out the competition. That'll be a secret mission for the ages. So which club do you want to visit first? Let's look at the track team first. I'm curious to know what they would put together for the festival. Sounds like a plan. Turn around to head in the opposite direction. Hey, it's got a nice image. As we walk through the halls, altering the patches of golden sunlight streaming in through the windows and cool foreshadow falls over us. One moment warmth, the next a slight chill. Our footsteps echo through the halls at once, lonely yet somehow comforting in its departure from the norm of bustling noises that usually fills the halls. A comfortable silence settles over us as we walk. A far cry from the banter between us when we were walking to the faculty room. But the sound almost feels more intimate. Of all the windows, I can see the baseball team practicing in the distance. The nearly setting sun bathes everything in a golden orange glow. Soon it'll be dark and the noise of the city will return with nightlife. But for now, all is quiet. Peaceful. I used to seldom stay after school of my own accord, but now that I'm doing so, I have to admit there's something about empty schools. It conjures up an almost indescribable feeling like time has stopped somehow. Especially an afternoon glow, as if empty school is captured in a snapshot of a Santa panic photo. The faintest echoes of footsteps and distant doors shutting from those who are left seem like mere ghosts of the past day. I guess that what makes Monika and I ghosts too. If only we could just abandon all responsibilities and drift away. But that's just wishful thinking. Do you stay after school a lot? Well, I've always been in clubs, so... Alright, I was just thinking how peaceful it is when schools are empty. Yeah, it's a bit lonely, but at the same time having more people around wouldn't ruin the peaceful feeling. Yeah, I always thought that the golden hour was beautiful as well. The golden hour? It's that time right after the sun rises and before the sun sets where everything is tinted by yellow and oranges. And it's like, no then. That's right, I wish it lasted longer. But nothing can stay gold. Nothing gold can stay. That's pretty poetic. Depressing too. Didn't come up with that myself. It's the title and line of one of Robert Frost's poems. Ah, I see. I guess that explains why it's so poetic. He sounds like an interesting guy though. Gotta check out his poems sometime. His poems are really interesting as well. This time we've reached one of the school's back exits. As we step out, a cold breeze ruffles my hair and makes the end of Monika's hair ribbon dance. Kind of chilly, isn't it? It's nearly sunset, not to mention we're in November right now. Maybe outside, wow. I wonder if we'll have a white Christmas this year. I hope so. I just love snow. Shivering, we make our way to the track, where the track team's club room and sports equipment storage shed are close by. That reminds me. Isn't the tennis team doing anything for the festival? We are actually. I'm class rep and president of Literature Club though, so the vice captains are taking over those duties since they have to manage 2 events already for the festival. That makes sense, you'd be swamped otherwise. You should check out my class cafe during the festival, by the way. Only if you promise I won't get food poisoning. I'll personally pay your medical bills if that happens. We quiet down as we reach the club room. However, even though we're quiet, the people inside aren't. The track team is boisterous as ever, so much that we can even hear snippets of the conversation from outside. There seems to be an argument going on inside. Though to be honest, I can't tell whether I'm happy or angry at outbursts. It's just the way the track team is, loud. Aggravating I brought me, and I reply with a shrug. They've got a lot of energy here. Well, they are the track team. We slowly approach the windows to peek inside. But before we can reach it, the door flies open with a bang. We flinch as the quiet is suddenly shattered by a voice coming from within the club room. A Piet girl wearing stripes stockings dashes out the club room, turning her head to yell back at the club members. Whatever you guys, figure it out then. I'm gonna hit the trap before it gets totally dark. He flinches, flings the door shut and turns towards the track, nearly running into us. Uh-oh. Sorry, didn't see you guys there. He looks kind of familiar. It's fine. More importantly, is everything alright in there? Oh yeah. Oh, them? Yeah, they're fine. We're just arguing over festival things. Were you guys about to knock? Yeah, kinda. We wanted to take a peek at what you guys are doing. Sparkle appears in her eye. Are these new members I spy? Well, just a bit curious. Curious about the team, right? Since you're gonna be new members. The girl suddenly seems to be much more intimidating with her overbearing excitement. Well, in that case, I'm at your disposal, ask me anything. We exchange glances. In that case, what's the track team doing for the festival? Oh, about that. Well, you guys heard them in there. We haven't decided yet. But I'll have you know whatever we do will be really good. If everyone's as enthusiastic as you, I'm sure it will be. The girl sighed, her mood seemingly dampened a bit by Monika's words. That's the problem. Not all of them are so passionate. Man, I wish there were a whole team of me's. Anyway, that's why we've got to get more go-getters like you two on our team. I don't want to join the track team, but I feel like I'm really going to disappoint this girl if I don't. It feels like I'm being swept up in a hurricane of excitement with her. Wait, I have the literature club though. Must resist. I'm sure that you'll be able to convince new people to join during the festival, especially if you're the spokesperson. Thanks. Oh shoot, sorry, gotta get going. Gotta get changed so I can run before nightfall. I'll see you at the festival. Girl runs off and waves with a smile. Somehow I feel really drained after talking to her. Too much excitement? Yep, let's head back. Once we're back in the school building, safe territory once again, no sports for me. Who's that girl anyway? I think she's a third year. If I remember correctly, she's won a bunch of rewards for track. Yeah, I guess she's got to be enthusiastic then. Head back to the club room now. Actually, if it's okay if we look at the light music club too. But the club I'm most interested in at the moment, aside from the literature club, of course. Sure thing. Monika leads the way to the music room. It was mentioned the other day that she played piano, so I guess she spent a lot of time in there too. The room is completely quiet when we get there. Guess we're not having a meeting today. That's fine, let's go in anyway. Let's open the door as she speaks. The room is actually quite large and spacious. Various of different instruments are stored in the room, and there are plenty of chairs lined up in neat rows. In the corner sits an elegant grand piano. Since the light music club isn't midnight, let's make a little music ourselves. What do you mean? Monika, with a smile on her lips, Monika grabs my hand and leads me over to the piano. She sits on the bench and pats the empty space beside her. Again, never no thing. Sit down and we're close enough for our shoulders to brush against each other. We're too close for me to fully relax. You play any instruments? Huh? Oh no, not really. My dad tried to get me to play piano actually, but his attempts kind of fell flat. I see. How about sometimes I wish I was more serious about it as a kid. Then I would have had at least one talent by now. Well, you can learn with me right now then. I guess you are right. She smiles at me as she lightly gets her fingers across the keys. Do you remember anything about it? Yep, I remember stubbornly refusing to practice and frustrating my father. I feel a bit guilty about the younger me's behaviour every time I visit his house and see his piano. I remember